entertained, and informed. Listen at www.talkoneradio.com and call 843-800-1492. Don't be left out in the marsh. Find your voice on the Low Country's finest talk radio. And now, here's Big Al.
All right. Good evening, everyone. This is Al Flowers. I'm joined by Cowboy Jeff Zapp.
Yeah.
Just back from Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Just back from the saddle, mate.
Scoping out a bunker from which TalkOne Radio is going to move swiftly to, if anything, if the stuff hits the fan, you know. August 2nd, sideways. You can't be sure. You can't be too careful these days.
Never can tell.
Never can tell. If they come chasing you down the street with the jab, we're ready to go. We're ready to bug out.
Helicopters circling overhead.
Black ones.
Yeah.
Black helicopters. Yeah. So they're after us, that's for sure. August 2nd, folks. We're starting out the hottest month of the year down here. But I'll tell you what, last week, it was no slouch.
I heard I missed a pretty good stretch of some scorching heat. Huh?
Yeah, sure. And enough to fry an egg on the old sidewalk, that's for sure. I mean, heat index was insane.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's 115, today it was I think 129.
But it's a humid heat.
Yeah.
They always say, it's a dry heat, mate.
It's
toasty out, no doubt about it.
Sure is. But thunderstorms, heavy ones tonight too. Folks, be careful. Bring in the flag right now. Go do it before these things kick off. Going to be some big time lightning. I already got so many advisories over my phone. I don't know what they're called, but they ping me every time there's big time lightning going on. So get those flags in, get the dog out and back in the house. Don't forget to pick up after your dog too, by the way. Seems to be some people are lacking in that area. So Jeff's got a new look. It's called the cowboy hat head.
I don't have my cowboy hat on.
No, but
looks like I just wore it on the way here.
I like that. I like the look,
in
man.
My horse, my trusty steed.
True grit, buddy.
Yeah, true grit is right. It's what's for dinner. It's Sam Elliott, huh? Yeah. Beef.
It's John Wayne played True Grit for sure.
Oh yeah, John Wayne. Love John Wayne. Who doesn't like John Wayne?
A beautiful weekend. I got to tell you, folks, we had a great time over the weekend. I hope you did too. If you want to give us a shout, and if you did something really unusual or fun or spectacular, give us a call, 1-843-800-1492. Love to hear from you. We have tonight's show is Anna Marie Tabernacle will be joining us, also known as Tab, for the Sun City crowd. Please get next to your phone, get your questions ready. It seems like everybody goes shy when we have Tab on. We'd like to have some interaction with her. She's more than happy to answer your questions. So she'll be coming on about 7:30 today and giving us the insight. A lot of road work going on in Sun City. Of course, the pools always seem to be like the soup du jour. People get hot under the collar if they're
soup du jour.
You know, if they're if their kid has to get out of the pool, or they're too young, no diapers in the pool. Come on, I mean, you cannot put a diapered baby in the pool. I don't care what you say. So. Rules are rules, man. Let's stick to them. Keep the place clean, healthy, and everyone else around us healthy.
Apparently, rules are meant to be broken. What's up with that?
Right. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to go into that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
keep on driving.
Tab's going to be with us. Can't wait. She's always entertaining and full of information. And full of love for the job that she does. She's a volunteer, does it on her own, no pay, long hours, answers questions, emails. People call her at god awful times of night. I mean, she gives of herself freely. So when I see people picking on her or throwing shade or basically throwing her under the bus with wise comments, you know who you are, dopes. it kind of gets me my dander up a little bit, because if you haven't walked in her shoes, shut up. That's my philosophy. And, at least you don't have to be rude about, you can ask her a question, but, saying that, making it personal, I don't care for that. And she's too nice of a person to tell you this, but I'm telling you, if you take a shot at her on Facebook, that shows that you have zero character and integrity, if you ask me. And I'd be happy to discuss it with you sometime if you feel that way about it. But on her behalf, because I was a neighborhood rep, I know how difficult the job is. She's on a resident board of directors, yet people are thinking that she works for Pulte for some reason. She volunteers for us. I mean, just go ahead and let's say she says, well, I've had enough, I'm going to drop out of this operation. Somebody will take their place, but for how long? Do they have the same dedication? Will they give up the same amount of time, free time away from their own family and friends, give up their own pool time? Come on. I mean, the lady does a lot of stuff. All these neighborhood reps, all the NRC, all these volunteers that are involved with administration or act as conduits to the community association should be applauded, whether they do a good job or not. Sometimes people need to grow into the job. They don't need to be berated and bludgeoned because they're not doing things the way you want them done. I'll get off that horse, but it just kind of, stop taking shots at somebody that's given a lot of time, free time, and effort, and has a passion for where she lives. Stop taking shots at her on Facebook. That's all. That's the last thing I'll say about that. But hey, other than that, thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow.
Rain and some cooler weather coming in.
At least we're not going to see those 90, 95 temperatures anymore.
At least for a week.
At least for a week, yeah.
I'm sure they'll be right back at us, but that's all right. Hey,
Right.
it's nice cool spell, which will be
it'll be
respite.
good.
Mm-hmm.
What's been going on here with the local news? I see that this what's that person's name here? Charleston's Raven Saunders kind of make thought so highly of herself that she had to make these an X gesture on the podium when she received the silver for shot putting. Now, they were specifically told, do not do this by the IOC.
There's that rule breaking thing.
No
I was just
demonstration.
telling you about.
No demonstrations of personal, political, motivations or whatever you want to call them. No, the rules are not made for, Raven Saunders. That goes, everyone else can follow them, not her.
Don't apply to me.
No, don't apply to me. So, I don't know. Nothing's going to happen, of course. They're not going to do a thing. So, I got the over-under at +5 for, this is going to open the floodgates. There's going to be, all kinds of stuff, fireworks, dancing, they're going to pull out the old roll-up signs. I mean, it's going to be, this should be the last Olympics as far as I'm concerned. Nobody cares. If COVID was such a big deal and such a pandemic,
right?
Why are we having the Olympics? Because all you got to do is, as well as COVID, follow the money. It's all about the cash, folks. You're not going to miss out on any football games. You're not going to miss out on any Super Bowls, Stanley Cups, World Series. Don't worry about it. Because those, the big corporations are going to be wanting to make their cash. There's no,
Oh, yeah.
We're going to adjust this pandemic so that everybody makes a little something.
That's right. It's all about the money.
Right.
Always has been.
Always will be.
Amen.
And it's all about control. Let's see how far we can push the American people, before they start squealing about their freedom. I mean, this is all it's about. This deviant, the new deviant's out. Well, listen, the CDC, this Walensky woman, somebody's got to get the hook on and pull her off stage. The show's over, honey. Let's get off stage. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you honey.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. The
she might get
Frankenstein variant is upon us, matey.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
This is alive.
People keep buying into it.
Right.
I see the Pravda's got it all amped up.
Oh yeah, front page news.
Yeah.
It's actually the new virus is shimmering and shaking out there, folks.
Yeah.
Don't you know? Kids are going to be. They're already the unions are already setting up these kids to wear these masks when they come back to school.
Yeah.
How sad is that? You're going to mask up a kid for 6
if the parents want
hours.
to send their kids with a mask, but maybe the classrooms will be
empty.
0 kids in them.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be
wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah,
homeschool, do whatever you have to do. Hey, why not?
Sure. Especially if you lose your job because you don't get the jab, right?
Oh, there you go. That's it.
Hey, the government will take care of everything.
That's exactly
Obama
right.
will send you a phone.
Right.
You'll be all set.
You'll be, you can maybe have some more kids, make some more money.
Yeah. It doesn't apply to those on the other side of the political spectrum anyways. Remember those Democrats that flew off to Washington, D.C. in their private chartered?
Infected everybody.
Yeah. And Obama's getting ready to have his big 6-0 birthday party and super spreader event. We might as well call it that. Let's say it. Super spreader event, Not my president.
Yeah, right.
Why not? They say it to us, right? I'm not like that, so I'm not bitter. But give me a frickin' break. I went away for a week, and I thought I'd come back, and maybe the southern border crisis and COVID would be gone.
It's worse.
It sounds like
it's absolutely worse.
Gaining traction, mate.
Right. Well, now they have another track. We have the Haitians, and God bless them, the Cubans are coming in.
I thought they were sending them back to Cuba.
Well,
it comes through the southern border.
Yeah,
just
right. They're going to Venezuela, coming back.
Yeah,
up the. Hey, why not?
Hey,
the gotaways. There's so many gotaways. It's like, what did they figure? The number is pretty close to 300,000. Of gotaways. Those are the ones that the coyotes bring through where there's no wall, where there's no border patrol, no homeland security, because they're all too busy changing diapers and handing out formula. So they just bring them across, turn them loose.
Yeah.
Or they hold them on the Mexico side. Here's the thing that a lot of you dopey liberals don't understand is these cartels hold these people on the Mexican side of the border, and then they send the kids forward, and they tell the kids, if you don't get this money back to us, you'll never see your family again.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
So this is, you better call, Uncle, so-and-so to make this happen, or,
Invasion at the southern border.
It's unbelievable.
And none of them are they're probably not infected with anything, not to mention COVID, right?
Well, they're being tested on an irregular basis. A third of them are being released into the country with COVID. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why are we worried about people that are complying, or even people that choose not to comply with the vaccinations?
Yeah.
We're letting petri dish after petri dish of people come into this country without any kind of governor. Nobody gets, I don't even think they give them a shower. They just say, get on a bus, get on the airplane. Off you go. Yeah. You can buy shoes later. We'll be giving you checks and
You can buy
driver's
shoes later.
licenses. Don't worry
No
about it.
shirt, no shoes required.
No problem. That's
Come on
right.
in.
Come on in. I mean, this is not the
This is Biden's America, everybody.
yeah, he wants a borderless society. That will crush. I'll tell you what, that'll undercut the foundation of this country. The infrastructure alone, the medical field, the produce, I mean, the food. We cannot stand this. The bow will break. And when it does, it will fall to zero. And then what? And then what? All you folks that are, very comfortable in suburbia and living on your plantations, then what happens when there's no more gas for truck drivers to bring your, specialty food to Whole Food or what's the other fresh market?
Okay.
When you can't get that specialty, those Nantucket mussels and, all this other stuff that you pay a zillion dollars for, while the normal people just shop at Publix and everything else. Oh, I got to go to Whole Foods. No. Our beef, no, we don't buy it. We don't buy it over there. We go to Whole, Fresh Market. We don't do this. Wait until you have to stand in line and hope you get some rice and beans. Hey, it's coming, folks. Well, how do you think you're going to feed all these people? Oh, Blow Joe, that guy is a complete idiot. Turned off the faucet. Now we rely on foreign oil. Thank you very much. The oil is junk. It takes twice as long to refine it. It's a mess. It's not supply and demand. Joe Biden's the author of these gas prices going higher. I don't understand these people. Oh, it's supply and demand. Absolutely. After COVID, we had to get, these people won't work. They don't, if they're not paid a fair wage, this is ridiculous. They should be paid $80 an hour. Well, the guy just, he was the guy that cleaned the lavatories in the lunchroom. I don't care. He should, it's a living wage, Oh, okay. Well, you don't mind paying $8 an hour for gas, do you? No, of course not.
No amount of evidence will ever persuade an idiot.
There you go. Thank you, Mark Twain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just when the comfort level, listen, when they start pulling pillows out from underneath your head, you're going to start crying like a 6-month-old baby that can't get a sucker. I guarantee you. It's going to be pretty funny to me. I don't know. Maybe not so funny.
Yeah, maybe not so funny. The pain's coming. We're going to see. I think it is going to be a hot August. And I'm talking about political temperature here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting. But yeah, locally they keep pushing on this stuff. So again, I come back and things are still heating up. And we're getting ready to start school, as you said. And I don't know. We'll see. I still have faith in the Lord. That's the only thing that gets me through every single day.
Right. You get a word for us today or no?
I do have a word for you
Go
today.
ahead.
Yeah. And this
We're
is
ready.
very appropriate. I've been studying, just finished 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel. Talk about somebody that had challenges. A nobody shepherd boy who God chose to be the king of Israel, David, the shepherd boy, who defeated Goliath, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Strong faith, and just like you and me, shortcomings. This is in 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look on his appearance or on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. He's talking about his brothers, and they're coming before Samuel here, and they're going to choose, Samuel's a prophet here, by the way. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Contemplate that. So often we look at others, and I'm talking about myself here, and you size them up, or you think, well, by an external, it's not a good policy. I'm just admitting my own shortcomings here. God looks on the heart, and he knows each and every one of you that are listening right now to my voice. And I'm not being some fruitcake. I'm telling you, folks, if you don't know Lord as your Savior, I don't know how much time. I'm thinking, we're getting near the end. I don't like to be a doomsdayer, but the more evil and the darkness that we see in this world, all I can do is cling to Christ and keep walking it out by faith. We walk by, not sight, by faith every single day. So if you don't know him, as Al always says, pivot, make the turn, the repentance, seek him out. It's the hound of heaven, and he'll always have you right there in the palm of his hand. He'll never let you go.
Amen. Absolutely. It doesn't cost anything. It just, it pays dividends. Yeah. It pays.
It cost him everything.
Right.
It costs you nothing.
Right. He's already given his life for you.
Yep. That's what love is all about. That's why love is a great motivator, and fear, not so much. Yeah. That's all I have, though, for tonight's Soulful Moment.
Good. So, I like stuff, it, man. I like it. Here's I'm just reading here. The parent organization sues Florida district. Oh, this is too much even for me to read. To locate alleged very pornographic children's textbooks. This just broke 2 hours ago. This is interesting here.
What news site are you on?
This is Epoch Times.
Okay.
A lawsuit's been filed in Broward County against the public schools after two public record requests were denied. Both sought information regarding a list of 42 books the requester believes to have very pornographic content that may be available to children as young as 4 years old. You know, why was the request denied for the copy of those, the names of those books? Why?
Yeah,
I'll tell you why. It's because they're exactly what they're suspected of being. You know, some of these textbooks that they want our children to use in schools are instructional books for masturbation. What was the other one that came out of same-sex sex play? What they can expect, that type of thing. Now you're teaching people, little kids, impressionable, moldable little brains. You're developing them by teaching them and exposing them to this type of filth and sewage, and you call yourselves teachers. If you are involved in this as a teacher, you ought to run away from that school, move out of town, move to another town where there's normal human life, because these people that are trying to infect our children with this slime and this CRT and all this other malarkey that's going on right now, they're nefarious. They don't care about your kids whatsoever. Let me tell you that right now. If you're teaching kids sexual adult, what would you describe a book about masturbation? A how-to book. You're showing that to 4 or 5-year-old children, and you think that you're enriching their education, then you are mentally ill. You are mentally ill, and you should not be in that profession. Our kids are at stake. I mean, if you don't understand what's happening, a lot of people think about that. I know we all have grandkids. Think of those grandkids in school. Grandma and grandpa aren't there. Their parents are working, doing their thing, trusting in the school system to do the right thing. Well, it is not doing the right thing. The more that of this that comes out, the 1619 project, CRT, all these lies that are going to be filled in these kids' heads about the color of their skin is, makes them a bad person. Come on. If you endorse this, then you need to be in jail in my book. If you push this on kids, you need to be in jail. This is pornography, this sexual abuse of these kids, as far as I'm concerned. You're no better than any other pedophile out there, the scum of the earth. Unrehabilitatable. You cannot rehabilitate these people. Period. This is something that's going on, grandpa and grandpas, moms and dads. If you don't think this is happening in this country, you better take a deep breath and get involved with your kids. Go down to those public meetings and let them have it. Blast them. Tell them you're not putting that book in this library. I will not have my children read to by drag queens in kindergarten. If that's happening, I'm pulling my kid out of here. And I'll tell you what, become a tax protester. Say, I'm not paying the millage. I'm not going to pay the taxes. I want those taxes separated out. I'll figure it out, and I'm not paying them. Everybody that can stand together as normal Americans ought to pull their kids out, either put them in private school if you can. I know it's difficult. I'd work 5 jobs if I had to, if my kid was of this age and I was exposed to this kind of filth. I don't care what it would take. I'd sleep 2 hours a day and die on the job. It wouldn't bother me, but my kid is not going to be taught that this country is built on slavery, built on sexism, misogyny, racism, and all white people are bad. And by the way, here's a manual on how to masturbate as a 6-year-old. That's not happening. I would not let it happen. I'd rather die in my boots trying to pay for my own education or homeschool. We got to stand up. It's time. It's time. It's really disgusting to me. It's unbelievable that, people, it's absolutely jaw dropping. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Abominations. It's a perversion, big time. And it has to be stopped. Period.
They're teaching kids that are in grades 5 to 8 that sexual intercourse isn't just for male and females. What are you doing teaching kids in grade 5 through 8 stuff that you had no business meddling with their sexual preference?
Parental consent, anybody?
Yeah.
Come on.
How about letting their parents sit them down and talk to them about sex, drugs, and alcohol? How about it? How tough is that? You want to save your son's life, your daughter's life? Educate them about the dangers of heroin, fentanyl.
Part of the problem, I believe, this is my opinion, is there's a lot of those leaders within the church that just, they became silent. They weren't speaking up. Nobody was active locally. It starts locally, like we've said before. So guess what? If nobody speaks up, that's what you get ramrodded down your throat. And you're getting this perversion, and it continues to creep and grow. It's dark and it's evil. It needs to be stopped.
Right. I agree 150%. It's really disgusting. I don't know. It's time for a break. We're looking forward to having Tab in. Sorry for the rant, but it's just something that hit me sideways, and
get it off your chest.
And I want to get it out there for people that think that everything is rosy, and it's all these noisy, conservative, Trump-loving idiots that they can't take a loss. Listen, we're worried about the whole package, the whole country. We're worried about the whole country. These socialist Democrats want to pull this country down. They want to destroy it. I don't care what they think. They use people every 4 years. They come up with these lame brain ideas. They put us deeper in debt. They say they're going to tax the rich. Don't worry about it. If you're under $400,000, Joe even said you won't pay a penny in tax. Well, I guarantee I'll pay tax. I mean, these people are dangerous, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to TalkOne Radio.
Attention active military, exiting military, veterans, police, firefighters, and EMTs. Do you have a business idea but need a little help getting it off the ground? Well, the Don Ryan Center for Innovation in Bluffton can help. Their Heroes program provides experienced guidance from mentors and business professionals to help launch and grow your business. Contact Brad Barnett, Heroes Program Director, at 843-540-7039 or visit their website at donryancenter.com.
Vineyard Assisted Living is a nurturing community with customized care, programming, and amenities that aim to engage and inspire. At Vineyard, we don't just care for you, we care about you, which is why we personalize our programming and care levels to each resident's passions and needs, stimulating mind, body, and soul. Find out more about how you or your loved one can thrive at Vineyard. Email info@vineyardbluffton.com or call 843-612-0700.
Looking for a barbershop with a traditional feel? Well, look no further. Joe's Classic Cuts Barbershop is the Low Country's place to receive a top quality haircut or straight razor shave. You'll enjoy a family environment where everyone is welcomed and the refreshments are on the house. Joe's is located at 23 Johnston Way in Bluffton and open 7 days a week. For old school service and quality, makes Joe's Classic Cuts Barbershop your go-to place for the finest haircut and shave in the Low Country. Call 843-757-5637 or visit www.joesclassiccuts.com today for your next appointment.
Hello, everybody. Jimmy here at Underground Burritos, your restaurant-inspired, taste-delivered, ready-to-heat-and-eat burrito company. Also got them great, hot and ready. Hey, we moved locations this year over on May River Road, right here in the heart of Old Town Bluffton. Come give us a shout. Come pick up some great burritos. And hey, guys, look, we're teaming up with TalkOne Radio to bring you a great new radio show called Restaurant Talk. Look forward to hearing from you. Stop by. Have a great day.
No time for fitness? Unsure of what to do when you walk into the gym? The eFit Club uses eGym and Matrix technology combined with personal training to easily guide you through your workout. It's the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to improve your health. The eFit Club is suitable for all adults, and our members are reporting amazing results. The eFit Club is located in Bluffton at the Belfair Town Village Shopping Center. Mention Alan or Roman of TalkOne Radio, and you'll receive a special discounted membership. It's your time to get fit. Change your fitness, change your life.
The only conservative talk radio where you are more important than the host. TalkOne Radio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, hey, we're back. Just getting ready. We're teeing up Tab. She'll be here with us very shortly. I don't know if you saw it in the paper today in the Island Pravda, but old Charlie Simmons, I guess he was a council person from Yemassee, town councilman, was arrested. Hey, listen, he only had 11 bags of suspected cocaine on him.
Was that all?
That's it. He was booked into Tanner Manor at about 4:00 this morning on a fugitive from justice charge stemming from 2 warrants out of Chatham County, Georgia. One was for felony aggravated assault, and the second was a misdemeanor for simple battery. Once again, you folks in Yemassee, nice, good selection with picking up Charlie, Snowman Simmons, booked on the heavy charges. He only had 11 bags of cocaine on him. Don't get excited. He can still serve the town of Yemassee with pride, I'm sure, once he gets out of jail. Who cares? Choose wisely is the moral of that story. Choose wisely. All right. I'm going to choose wisely right now, and I'm going to bring Anna Marie Tabernack in right now and chat with her a little bit. She's the resident board of directors in Sun City. She represents all the residents on her free time, and quite frankly, she's a hero of mine. Tab, hello, good evening. Al Flowers, along with Jeff Zapp. You're on TalkOne Radio.
Hi, gentlemen. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing great.
Wonderful.
You sound like you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Whatever you want to throw at me, I hope I'm ready.
Okay,
I don't know.
Right, here we go. Well, let's talk about the roads. I know that's the elephant in the room. Everybody is like heaving and breathing hard and hyperventilating about this.
Yeah, so last year everybody hyperventilated over their holes in the roads. The roads look terrible. They're hard to drive on, which they were. And then starting last November and December, we started putting out that this was coming. The road work was supposed to be done right after the Heritage Open. And it was all set to go with APAC. That's the name of the company. Unfortunately, there was a gravel shortage. It's like, you know what, Al and Jeff, if I hear one more time, COVID is causing supply chain, I just want to scream.
Right.
But, they said they had a gravel shortage, which I would have never thought we'd have. But anyway, that backed up the project. And then they started, and some people didn't even realize they're staging all of their machines in Pinckney Hall lot. Somebody asked me, why did we buy all those machines? We didn't buy them. That's where APAC is staging their equipment. So anyway, they were ready to go. They did start, and then they closed down 1 week, the 4th of July, for all of their employees.
Sure.
Because they don't let them take random time off. So we knew that, and we closed it off July 4th. And then they're back, and they're doing this. And I've read on Facebook, people are complaining, why don't they mill one, a half a mile and then repave it? That is not the way they do it. And there are other factors at play. I'm not a road specialist engineer. I only go off of what I read about it. So they are really, if you look at Argent Way, it's beautiful. Colonel T, beautiful. Sun City Boulevard is really right now very rough, obviously, to ride on. I rode my golf cart up to Purrysburg the other day on it. It was brutal, I have to tell you. So
Right.
I understand.
Right.
But we want it done, and we want it done correctly. And we're holding them to that standard. And as I posted on Facebook and as I put in updates, we've hired an independent engineer to literally go behind this company to make sure they are milling enough of it off and they are putting enough resurfacing on, and that they're doing it properly. So we actually went an extra step, because everybody says, well, why do you trust them? Well, somewhere along the line you have to trust people, but
Right.
we actually hired an independent engineer to go behind them. So I think if you've ridden on Argent Way or Colonel T, you can see it's very nice, very well done. People are complaining it's taking too long. Why did they have to mill all the way down Sun City Boulevard and all the way up? That's how they're doing it. And so we're going to have a little bit of inconvenience. Unfortunately, now we have weather at play. So when it rains, they can't do the overlay.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be pretty right there.
Well,
But that's where we are. I think they're doing a good job. I appreciate riding on the new stuff with my golf cart.
oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, there's no holes to hit or anything like that, but we are going to hit some rain, so I don't know what that's going to do to our I don't know what that's going to do to us.
Well, I got to tell you something. Even though it's taken a bit to do it, it's still, it's still nice to have it, to be out on those roads when they're finished. And the workers that they have are exceptional. I mean, they're friendly. The guys out there directing traffic, they're showing great patience. They stand out there in like last week was like smoking hot.
Yes.
And I gave the guy a couple fudgicles. I was feeling so bad for him. I mean, he was smoking, melting away.
I mean, it was horribly hot last week, but that's their job. That's what they do. And we appreciate they do it. We understand. Somebody posted on Facebook, they think that we cut a deal because they're doing Route 46 and 170 intersection. Apex was also doing that we got a cheaper price because we let them go between there and here. So anybody with eyeballs can see that they've stationed all of their machines for our project in Pinckney Lot. Yeah. They're not driving them up and down 170. So that absolutely was a comment that I kept reading, and I'm like, what are they talking about? No, we're not doing that. But I mean, we feel good about the contractor, and this is our first year of this. As you know, this is about $2.5 million of road work. And then next year we have another $2.5 million, and the next year we have another 2.5 or so. Well, the prices will go up. There's an adjustment clause, like everything else.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they're doing a good job. And one thing I want to say is I think Brad's doing a good job keeping people informed. Now, some residents, email me and say, why didn't they tell us they were going to do this? He puts out an email to all the NRs and the ANRs and asks them to get it out to all their neighborhood. Because as you two know, not everyone is signed up for all of our emails here in Sun City. Okay, right. We don't have everyone on the email list, but the NRs generally do. So that's why you'll see it coming from the NR, the road update to your neighborhood. And anyone who's not getting those daily updates needs to go back and talk to their NR. They're holding them up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I think they're doing a good job. I mean, just be patient out there, folks. It'll be, barring this weather that we have the next couple of days, it'll probably take another 8 days or so, and they'll be done. And everybody will be happy that they can rollerblade all over the place then.
Yeah. And, we can't control the weather. Had we had our druthers and we didn't have to push it back because of the gravel shortage and the 4th of July, we would have been done by now. I mean, the plan was to start after the Heritage and be done. But, things happen and they don't work out the way you plan them. So we roll with it.
Right on. What's going on with the lake house pool? Is that all done now?
Oh, yeah, that's been open for a long time.
Yeah.
And people have been enjoying it. It's, listen, here's my view. I went to Hidden Cypress Pool, not last week, the week before, for like 7 days in a row. I went at 7:30 at night just to see how many people go at night, right? But anyway, the water was so hot. I mean, I bet it was 87, 90 degrees because it was so hot during the day. I said to the lady who goes with me to exercise in water, I said, the heck with this. I'm going back to the Perrysburg indoor pool where the water is 82 degrees. So you can, run in the water, exercise, get your heart rate up and work up a sweat without sweating in the water.
Yeah,
literally.
Right.
Yeah. So there were people that were at the pool every night, enjoying it and sitting around talking. And, I went for about a week and then I said, no, I'm going back inside. I'm done. So, but there are people at the Lake House Pool. Most people go between 11 and 2, but again, it's open until 8:30 because we are still meandering around about the lights. Remember the last time I talked about the number of lumens and so on?
Exactly.
So right now they're trying to take that further, working with DHEC so we can, we'll have to spend some money to get that up to par, I guess. But haven't seen what that will cost yet or when it will be. But right now, the only one open till 10 at night is Hidden Cypress. The other ones are open till 8:30.
Yeah, that was my next question. I was going to ask you if the
they're open till 8:30 if they're an outdoor pool per DHEC. Now, I did notice when I was at Perrysburg last week, and I stayed longer because I was talking to people, shooting the breeze, whatever.
Right.
people harassing me. So when I went outside to Barataria to dry off a little, I did notice that it looks like we put LED lights in the lights around Perrysburg. You know, the pole lights, the ones up on the poles.
Right.
So I think we're making some progress, but again, we're going to have to go through DHEC inspection because we don't ever want to have a fine or a face closure. I mean, that's bad news. You don't want to do that.
Oh, definitely.
So that's where we are with that. But the indoor pools are open and people can go in there, and a lot of people are going in now with the new, take it or leave it, the COVID variant. And we've asked people, we've recommended per CDC to put a mask on. Obviously, I don't wear a mask in the pool because I'm trying to exercise and not kill myself breathing.
Right.
But we'll see if less people, people were coming back to using the pools at certain times of day. Like I said, the outdoor pools between 11 and 2, you're going to find a lot of people there. And then when they wander off, the best time to go to any of the pools that I've seen is like 6 o'clock at night. When I go up to Perrysburg to do my exercise and I go about 5:30 to 6, it's usually me and 2 other people in the pool, indoors.
Yeah.
Now, there's some people floating around outdoors if they can stand that god-awful hot water, but that one doesn't get overly crowded. Now, when we have our free music at the pool, every other Wednesday,
right,
those pools are jammed. That's Hidden Cypress and Lake House. They're packed in. Music at the pool. And that's a free event. Remember, I said last time we told Lifestyles to offer more free events, to let people get back and enjoy the lifestyle. Unfortunately, today's event, which was live music at Lake Somerset, was canceled due to weather.
Yeah.
It's an outdoor event, so that stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you notice we're back with the movies. I don't know if you know, at Mag Hall on Monday nights at 7, Tuesdays at 2. And unfortunately, I made the error of going to see that movie. What's it called? A Day in the Neighborhood. Mr. Rogers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my roommate wanted to go see it, and I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll go see it." I wanted to see the inside of Mag Hall all done. Let me tell you, 10 minutes in, I wanted to pull my eyeballs out because it was so horrible. But there were people that really liked it there, so who am I? I like a nice action movie.
Yeah, me too.
Mr. Rogers doesn't kick it into action for me. But anyway, there were maybe 70 people in the theater, well spaced apart. But we are offering free movies Monday nights at 7, Tuesdays at 2, and more people will take advantage of them.
Oh, that's great. Free movies, folks. Free movies.
Yeah, I guess last week was Bombshell, which I had to look up what it was because obviously I wasn't paying attention. That's the one about the reporter that sued Fox News guy, Roger Ailes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sexual discrimination or whatever she sued him for. That was last week.
Right.
And I didn't read yet what's coming up. But, if you have nothing to do on a Monday night at 7 o'clock, it's free. You just walk into Mag Hall, pick a seat, relax, and watch a movie. Or Tuesdays at 2. It's totally free. So I think it's a great thing we can offer.
Yeah, no food or drinking there either, right?
No food or drinking. In fact, when I was walking in, I said to some lady, I'm wondering if there's an employee here to make sure people don't bring food and drink. Because you know how ladies put in their purse, guys will put in their pocket. Well, there was an employee. She was a brand new employee right in the door. She greeted us. I did not know her. She's from Lifestyle. She greeted us. And she said, just a reminder, everything's new. We do not have food and drink inside. And my roommate said to her, yeah, she knows, she's on the board. And the lady goes, oh, you are? And I said, yeah, don't care. Don't even think twice. Thanks for greeting us. We're going in. And then there was another Lifestyles employee inside the Mag Hall. So really, we don't want food and drink in there. Have you been in there?
I have not been since they redid it. No.
Okay, so the carpet is like light blue and gray and dark gray and black. It's kind of swirly looking, very modern. All of the walls are repainted that coastal chic blue and light gray and white. And even the bathrooms, which were that, I don't even know the word for it, mustardy, yucky color. They're all wallpapered and redone. The lights are redone. New curtains on the stage.
Wow.
The seats are all new. I mean, it really is beautiful. You have to go see it.
I'm definitely going to go see it. If they have a decent movie.
Yeah, go get a free movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wish they would make a movie that was worth a damn these days, but Just make a
that
Western.
I don't know what to tell you, because let me say, this one wasn't my favorite, but what do I know? There were some people in there that really thought it was great. I'm like, okay. So the next one coming up, somebody told me it's on Monday, August 9th. It's called Knives Out. It's a murder mystery, it looks like. So that's Monday at 7. And what's this one say? Yeah. And then Tuesday again, they do it at 2. So that's the next one coming up.
All right. So
but they're all free.
Well, if it's free, it's for me. That's the watchword at Sun City, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I see on the August 16th, it's Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Okay, that's not on my list either, but whatever.
I missed that one.
Yeah, they're free movies. That's all I can tell you. So they're not going to be the ones in the theater right now.
That's okay. That's nice that they do that for us. I mean, hey, if you don't have anything to do, especially when it's 101 degrees out, go to the movies. It's a good way to kill it.
You should have seen the people sitting in there with jackets on. I'm thinking, this is really nice in here, comfortable. There's all these people with coats on. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Float your boat.
They're gonna have the snowmobile suits on before long.
Some people will put gloves and earmuffs on, I'm sure, but I didn't quite need them. I thought it was delightful in there, especially, you're going in from 95 degrees outside. You don't want it to be warm and sticky.
Right, exactly.
So, but everybody's different. Yeah. I enjoyed it, but that's that.
Okay, we're having a little fun about this Mag Hall, but let's start talking about this mask thing. I know you guys take your direction from federal, state, and local health and government officials. Yep. Where are we at right now with this?
So right now we use the CDC guidance, which, Beaufort County is playing around with it. We use this. We just put out for everybody the thing that CDC recommends if you're going to be indoors to wear a mask, whether you're vaccinated or not. And again, it's a recommendation, so we are not enforcing it. If you walk in Pinckney Hall, to come to a meeting, somebody's not going to stop you at the door and say, hey, you need to put a mask on or get out. That's not what it is. It's recommended by the CDC. It's even recommended by DHEC, because I wanted to make sure it was recommended at the state level.
Sure.
So it is recommended by DHEC, and that's what we're going with. And I saw there's a lot of stuff on Facebook again about that. People don't want to wear a mask again. I mean, I totally get all of it, but we have a community that's split. Some people are still not coming out of their house because of COVID, which that's fine if they have underlying conditions. Other people are finding it, great to go to our events. You notice we have outside events, and we're up to 500 at an event. We allow 500. We don't require people to wear a mask. We suggest they social distance, but nobody's going to force you to do that.
Right. The dance floor is still full.
Yes, it is still full. And it's down to everybody's personal choice what they're comfortable with.
Right. I agree.
It just got worse while they're telling us to go back to do this. But it was a recommendation, not a requirement. So we're not requiring it. You'll see we put signs back up that say recommended to wear a face mask inside or something like that.
Sure. I think a lot of the people, they're smart enough to understand whether they're at risk or not. And if they want to wear a mask, whether it be because they're visiting someone that's at risk, then fine, wear a mask. But don't berate or don't, get into a tussle about someone not wearing a mask. I mean,
well, nobody should be demanding somebody put a mask on. And as we did all through the real COVID thing last year, our employees are not going to make you mask up. We're just not going to do that because, look, there is no law in effect. So if you come in and we say to you, Al, you have to have a mask on, you say, I'm not going to put it on. There's nothing we can do. We don't fine you. We don't call the sheriff on you. We don't have Securitas hold you out. I mean, it's personal responsibility. And like you said, everybody knows what we're in the midst of, and everybody needs to make that decision.
Yeah. And if we just, care about each other enough just to allow the give and take, I think we'll all be fine. I mean,
Yes.
what happened to the flu? I thought the flu was the big kahuna. Everybody ran out.
Well,
and got their
it's
flu
interesting
shots.
because I get a flu shot every year.
Me too.
And I get the pneumonia shot. I think it's every 2 or 3, whatever it is. And I have the flu every year. It's like, what the heck?
What the heck?
And last year, I got my flu shot, and then I got my pneumonia shot, like in late October. And then in December, I got bronchitis, turned into pneumonia, turned into pleurisy. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been vaccinated. I got it.
Yeah.
So it didn't help me, but it helps a lot of other people. And I do take the precaution to get them. It just, evidently my lungs like to welcome in the viruses, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, well, be careful out there.
Well, I'm going to be careful. And now, as you know, we have these big meetings coming up.
Right.
So, for example, next week we have the fire chief here, and it'll be in Mag Hall. And so I guess I'm going to have to wear a mask. I just have to protect my lungs here.
Yeah, I would.
Still struggling with that.
If you're susceptible.
So we're going to have people at Mag Hall. I don't know how many people will come. That's on the 11th at 9 a.m. We are also going to offer it by Zoom. So people that aren't comfortable coming to Mag Hall will be able to Zoom into the meeting. It's going to be a very interesting thing from Fire Chief Marshall. He's Thompson, rather, Fire Marshal Thompson.
Right.
He's going to show you data, how long it takes to get from the William Polk Station to Lazy Daisy, or to the end of Landing Lane, or even to my house on Raven Glass. It's very interesting data, and then he's going to talk about a joint venture we're looking into. So that'll be next Wednesday. And then I'm sure a lot of your people in Sun City will definitely, oh, and by the way, after that town hall, we are going to open up a special email for 2 weeks for everybody to comment. This is a great idea. I think it'll be great for Sun City, or this is stupid. I hate it. Whatever. They can send an email.
Oh, that's great.
And then on September 15th, we're having our annual golf town hall, where we will golf advisory will talk about the rates they're proposing, the package structure they're proposing, and we will also have Troon, his master guy, Ron Despain from Troon, will be here to talk about the 3-year strategic plan. As you know, Oakity Creek and Hidden Cypress are our oldest courses.
Right.
They're over 20 years old.
Right.
So we have to replace the irrigation at Oakity Creek. Then we're going to have to replace the, fairways and greens at both of those. You're talking about major investment in dollars, but you have to take care of your amenities. So that'll all be at the town hall. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. Well, that'll be great. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town during those times, but
guess what? We're going to Zoom it and record it.
Yeah, I like the fact that you. I just watched the Wood Shop just recorded their annual meeting, and I really appreciated that fact because I didn't get a chance to go, but they were laying out a lot of things that are in the future for that great organization over there.
Yeah, they're great. They have great ideas. They're trying to raise money. I had them redo my mailbox, and it says, if you want to contribute, because we're trying to raise money. So I did that.
Sure.
But you'll see more and more of them. In fact, all 4 of the meetings we have coming up, big meetings, they're all going to be in person and by Zoom, and the Zoom will be posted on the website.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah. So I will tell you, we had a chat with the board on July 9th. I can't believe it. Over 75 people came in person.
Nice.
That's our first one back. I couldn't believe it.
That's fabulous.
I walked in. I'm like, is something else happening here? What's going on? Everybody's sitting here.
Is somebody giving away something?
Yeah, I'm not giving up anything. But it was great to see people. The chairs were spaced about 3 feet apart. Some people wore masks and others didn't. And it was great. We had, I think, 27 people spoke up. I write down everybody that speaks and what their concern is. 27 people. It was really good to see people and to see they're vested in the community. So our next one will be in August, and it'll be a night one. It's like 6 o'clock at night on one day, and that'll be in person again. We're going to try, depending on if we can make it happen, we'll try to do it by Zoom and in person.
Well, that's pretty cool. Hey, one more question before I let you go. The tennis association came out with some new new proposal about the time of play for members as opposed to non-members.
Yes.
And they said that they ran that by you.
Correct. So what happens is, and there was a big conundrum about this on Facebook as well again.
Right.
But one of the things is they came, and first of all, let me set the preface that if you read the community rules, every club that has dedicated space, whether it's softball, pickleball, bocce, table tennis, billiards, computer, take your pick. If they're a club with dedicated space, they are allowed to book up the space of the amenity for up to 60% of the time it's open. Now, some of them don't use it 60% of the time, but they're allowed to do that. So tennis, like any other club, has always booked out 60% of the available court time for their club members. And then the rule is every club must leave 40% of the time open for the general public. Like if you want to go up there with your family and hit some tennis balls. So that didn't change. What shifted was the club came and talked to us. Their hours used to be 12 p.m. till 8 p.m. And they asked, can we shift? It's been like that for years. Can we shift, and instead of 12 to 8, which is an 8-hour block, can we shift to do 9 to 5, which is an 8-hour block? And, they had some rationale. It's got to do with USTA play, and it also gives their members an opportunity to play instead of in the heat of the day, earlier in the morning. And they've had those 12 to 8 hours for a long time. So, we just said, sure, as long as you're leaving 40% of the time open for the general community, you can do that. Now, generally, like pickleball and table tennis, they don't ask us when they shift their hours. They're allowed to, as long as they don't use more than 60% of the time, we don't set hours. But the tennis club, wanted to be upfront with us, and because they knew they'd get some pushback from people who aren't members. And, we appreciated they came and told us the rationale. And some people don't understand another thing, the tennis club pays $26,000 a year to the association to pay for half of the scheduler for tennis. We charge the tennis club that $26,000.
Yeah.
And in addition, in the last 3 years, they've paid over $50,000 in improvements to the courts, meaning once we did the sports park, we now say to any of those sports groups, you want more shade structures, you're going to have to pony up as a club. So they put up shade structures, benches, they put up water, they put up some of these other things on the south side and the north side. So just like softball, if you remember, I always say softball makes the biggest investment in Sun City. They're always coming up with paying for stuff.
Right.
Well, pickleball's doing it too, as is tennis.
Right.
And so they do it as a club from their dues, but every resident gets the benefit of those expenditures when they use the facility.
How long ago was that the SCTA came to you?
It was the day before I published it in the update. In other words, I put it in the update. I could look real quick, but they came to us. When I write the update every week, that's what we talk about, whatever happened. So it wasn't July 7th. It must have been the next one after that. So 7 and 14, 20. Oh, here it is, July 23rd.
Oh, okay.
They came. So it was the number one thing I put in the board update. I've been trying to put a little more wording on things in the board update so it's a little clearer, but it was the first thing on the board update on July 23rd.
Nice. Okay.
So it's not like anybody tried to do it in the dark or sneaky or clandestine. I mean, technically, they wouldn't really even have to ask us because they're allowed 60% of the court time.
Yeah, I think the heartburn comes from the fact, I mean, at least personally, that they didn't share that with the membership prior to moving forward with it, even though it benefited the members of the SCTA. I mean, we're supposed to be a transparent
and I don't know why
I
didn't know why they didn't. I don't. My presumption was when they presented to the board that they had told their membership. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Well, that wouldn't be a concern though for you there.
Well, I mean, we didn't ask them at the time, and
Sure,
we've agreed to it, and we allowed them.
Yeah.
I probably could have asked and didn't, My assumption was they told their membership. I don't know.
Well, that's
most clubs don't just radically do something. Although a couple of them recently have done different things.
Yeah.
Without telling us, and then we get blindsided.
Oh, that's the worst thing. That is the worst.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Listen.
So
Tim.
anyway, I've been answering emails about it. I've talked to people about it, but really, what's changed is the hours. And I know some other residents that don't belong to the club want to play in the morning. We talked to Steve Sandyke. He's the one that used to do all the, programming for it before they hired somebody. But anyway, he assures us that there will always be some open courts in the morning. They don't take every court. But, we do have lessons now with Gavin and so on. Mm-hmm. But they assured us there will still be open time.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. And, I think for as much work as Steve Sandyke does, he should get the $26,000 a year.
Well, and you know what? When I heard what that man did, I'm like, oh my God. And so, he had to step back last year. He just couldn't maintain it anymore.
Right.
And I don't blame him one bit. And that's when they started to pay for the scheduler last year. They pay half and the association pays half.
Yeah.
That's
a pretty
nice
nice gig for that young man.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Come on. I mean, you got Steve still in there doing the wizard stuff, and he gets to sit in the logo building, and I don't want to go.
But when it's not a good thing is when the people start yelling at him. Yeah. We've had residents be mean to him.
That's not right.
I don't even know what to say other than be mean.
Yeah, it's not right to do that. But
they yell at him. They don't like it. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. And, why are you yelling at him? But This is the story of life sometimes,
Well, my understanding is he's pretty salty himself, so.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I've never met him.
If somebody beat me with the newspaper all the time, I'd bite him every now and then, too.
Yeah, there you go. But, that's really what was the occurrence with tennis.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks a lot for that. I know there was a lot of people listening that wanted to know that information. And the way you told us.
And it's not anything secret.
No.
I said, my presumption was they notified their members. So that's something they have to rectify.
There you go. Well, listen, Tab, thanks so much for being with us. Once again, we had no callers. Nobody got any of those bar muscles up to dial a phone. Maybe
that's okay.
Someday.
We'll keep trying out.
We'll keep trying, kiddo. Thanks again.
Okay, you and Jeff behave yourselves.
You bet. Thanks so much.
See you, Tab.
Okay, thank you.
Bye now.
Good night.
What a nice lady. I'm telling you, my personal hero. With that, folks, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a chat about from the board of directors, resident representative Anna Marie Tabernac. She just gave up 40 minutes of her life to come on here and try to inform more people about what's happening in Sun City and the rationale behind it. You get it right from you get the information right from the well. It's not the water cooler, it's the well, because she puts in enough time to own the joint. With that, we're going to go take a quick break. We got a caller waiting, and when we come back, we'll jump right on that. Our man Joe from Ashtabula is next.
Attention active military, exiting military, veterans, police, firefighters, and EMTs. Do you have a business idea but need a little help getting it off the ground? Well, the Don Ryan Center for Innovation in Bluffton can help. Their Heroes program provides experienced guidance from mentors and business professionals to help launch and grow your business. Contact Brad Barnett, Heroes Program Director, at 843-540-7039 or visit their website at donryancenter.com.
Vineyard Assisted Living is a nurturing community with customized care, programming, and amenities that aim to engage and inspire. At Vineyard, we don't just care for you, we care about you, which is why we personalize our programming and care levels to each resident's passions and needs, stimulating mind, body, and soul. Find out more about how you or your loved one can thrive at Vineyard. Email info@vineyardbluffton.com or call 843-612-0700.
Looking for a barbershop with a traditional feel? Well, look no further. Joe's Classic Cuts Barbershop is the Low Country's place to receive a top quality haircut or straight razor shave. You'll enjoy a family environment where everyone is welcomed and the refreshments are on the house. Joe's is located at 23 Johnston Way in Bluffton and open 7 days a week. For old school service and quality, makes Joe's Classic Cuts Barbershop your go-to place for the finest haircut and shave in the Low Country. Call 843-757-5637 or visit www.joesclassiccuts.com today for your next appointment.
Hello, everybody. Jimmy here at Underground Burritos, your restaurant-inspired, taste-delivered, ready-to-heat and eat burrito company. Also got them great, hot and ready. Hey, we moved locations this year over on May River Road, right here in the heart of Old Town Bluffton. Come give us a shout. Come pick up some great burritos. And hey, guys, look, we're teaming up with TalkOne Radio to bring you a great new radio show called Restaurant Talk. Look forward to hearing from you. Stop by. Have a great day.
No time for fitness? Unsure of what to do when you walk into the gym? The eFit Club uses eGym and Matrix technology combined with personal training to easily guide you through your workout. It's the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to improve your health. The eFit Club is suitable for all adults, and our members are reporting amazing results. The eFit Club is located in Bluffton at the Belfair Town Village Shopping Center. Mention Alan or Roman of TalkOne Radio, and you'll receive a special discounted membership. It's your time to get fit. Change your fitness, change your life.
The only conservative talk radio where you are more important than the host. TalkOne Radio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, man. We are back. We are back, folks. And here we go. I got to do a couple live reads, but then we'll get right to our caller, Joe from Ashtabula, Ohio. Friend of the show, no doubt. Friend of the show. All right. Wounded spirits. Wounded spirits. I want to talk about they use a biblical approach to dealing with the effects of post-traumatic stress, offering a free workshop series. It's located at the Beaufort Town Center building at 2015 Boundary Street, third floor training center. Sessions run from 10 a.m. to noon. The next one is August 7th. Session number 5, it covers anger and irritability. I may have to go to that one.
Yeah.
But if you want to register up, call 703-606-3858 and tell them you want to head up in there and get some training. Let me see here. It's always free and confidential. Absolutely. There's an alternate number here, 843-379-8696. Ask for extension 231. Again, it's all confidential. If you're a vet, if you're a first responder, or just a regular person off the street that's suffering from depression that needs some help, these folks at Wounded Spirits are more than willing and able to help you. They're lending the hand of God. They will help you get on your feet, fight the demons, and move smartly forward. So give them a shout. It's August 7th at 10 o'clock a.m. Make sure you check them out. Vineyard Assisted Living and Memory Care at 25 Cassidy Drive. Call Lindsay at 843-258-4207. We use them. We have a loved one that's involved with it as a resident over there, and she's having a great time. Plenty of excellent food. The help is vetted out. They love their job. They like being where they are. They pay well. So, I mean, these people are there. And here's something a little special. Offering a half off of the community fee if you mention TalkOne Radio. Half off the community fee, which is quite a number. Give them a call, please. Palmetto Buff, good friend Brian, does a spectacular job with the mobile detailing outfit he runs. He comes right to you. He corrects everything: bad paint, ceramic coatings, rug shampoos, headlights, the whole shebang, a bang. Let the pro come to you. Palmetto Buff, 843-949-8708. eFit Club, change your fitness, change your life. Jay McCoog, he just, tomorrow I got another personal training with Jay. He never fails to burn me to the ground, trust me, in a nice way. Just over there today, this afternoon, my wife and I had a great workout together. We killed it with the battle ropes. So you can walk in there with zero fitness on your schedule, and they have plenty of programs that can scale you up and get you where you need to be. Live longer, like he says, change your fitness, change your life. Call Jay for a tour, 843-707-9771, located on 278, right where the old Kroger's is on the east side of the building, next to Amigo's restaurant. All right, let's get to Joe. I mean, he's been patiently waiting here for almost 15 minutes.
If he's still there.
He is there. Joe, hello, Joe. Big Al and Zapper here.
Tell me a story. Tell me a story.
What is it, happy hour in Ashtabula?
What is it? What are you getting a medication? You got your medication a little early, Joe.
Hey, or you stopped taking the other day. What's going on,
coast
Joe?
to coast like butter and toast.
That's right, baby.
That's it, man.
So, what do you call it? I'm hearing about all this good stuff about the Delta.
Yeah.
And
the land.
I want to talk about the earth-shattering Delta.
Yeah. What's is it shattering the environment up there in Northeast Ohio?
No, life hasn't changed. Yeah. We're still good to go.
Still chugging
Top
on.
locked and ready to rock.
Good, man.
Still a bunch of rubes.
Yeah.
It's at the point now where I think I want to talk about it, and it's something that needs to be talked about. And you know me, Jeff. I've got guys in military installations that I'm tight with, from Fort Riley, Kansas, all the way down to Fort Detrick, and I can tell you, they're like, nothing's going on. It is what it is. It's kind of like it's a joke.
Yeah.
Right.
So
the flu started to come back, right? So we had to start another pandemic.
Well, it's another diversion, right, Joe? It's another diversion. That's all.
Well, honestly, let's talk about this. And Jeff, you and I talked about it a couple times. It's propaganda. Right. And it doesn't matter whether it's real or not. If you say it enough, you're going to get a clique that's going to believe it.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And so I think that's where we're at, is the propaganda and the information machine, or the media now. And all, the majority of all social media is capitalized as propaganda now. And what I found is, and you know me, Jeff, I got into Facebook so I could reconnect with folks because when I was working where I was working before here, you couldn't have any social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because of clearances. And I've noticed, because I'm testing the water, because, I'll be honest, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. But I started experimenting with social media. Do you realize you can tell the truth as long as you refer to 100% government information and how it correlates to one another? They can't throw it off the air.
Well, give an example of that. What'd you do?
All right. So example. So I took the CDC data, I broke it down, right? And my last Facebook post the other day, I said the Delta variant is, at the end, I said BS, right? Well, I kind of spelled it out, but I rolled it down to, okay, for example, the common flu disappeared for a year and a half. Fair?
Fair.
There wasn't a death in the last year and a half, maybe 6 people. And so at any rate, you start looking at that, and so that's out the door. And then you have a geopolitical pandemic where everything that's happening, you get the sniffles, you get the coughs, you get this, you get that. All the symptoms are the same as the common flu.
Right.
You get nauseous, you get this, you get that, common flu. But it's not, it's corona. Because you've tested positive for it, they linked it. But no one ever said that you're more susceptible to flu if you have corona, right?
Yeah, the only thing that's different for me, I think, that I understand is if you lose your sense of smell or taste, right? I think that's unique to the COVID.
It happened to my son. He lost his
SARS-CoV-2. So anyway, continue on. I'm listening.
So you've got 1 out of 19. However, but all you have to do is have 2 or 3 and you're COVID positive without a test, right?
Well, yeah, and you saw where they rescinded the PCR test, right? I don't know how. I don't know how they're testing for confirmation that you do in fact have the virus.
Well, they can't. They know, but I can tell you that my guy from Fort Detrick has confirmed that the test that they have is 95% failure rate because it doesn't test far enough down, and besides that, it only tests for the antibody.
Right.
So they assume if you've got the antibodies, then you've got it. But they can't tell them whether you're done with it or it's just antibodies.
Well, yeah, because the PCR test was never created really to identify whether or not you have the virus. Kerry Mullis was the inventor of that. So, and the cycle threshold was set way too high. Basically, your 95% false positives is what you're referring to. It was never the PCR cycle threshold was not ever supposed to be set that high. Number one. Number two, you notice when Biden stepped up into the White House, they lowered the cycle threshold for the PCR test.
And the reason why they did that?
Tell us.
Because that means there's going to be a higher percentage of false positives that are reported as positives.
Right. So now here we are with, as Al says, the tri-lambda variant, and guess what? Whether you wear a mask or not, or whether you're vaccinated or not, you can still get it, right?
Well, but so what does that tell you, Jeff? It doesn't matter whether you're vaccinated because all it's testing whether you have antibodies which give off a false positive.
Yeah, what it tells me is, like you said about the flu earlier, and here's I think maybe the point that you're making, and correct me if I'm wrong. So we've eradicated, quote, the influenza virus that typically, we see, and there are numbers associated with this every year, right? People die sometimes, but I said from the very beginning, it's a virus. There will be strains and mutations and so forth. The best way is natural immunity. There are some demographics where certainly you have to be cautious. Let's say people over 65. I'm just saying. And they may have comorbidities or existing conditions that may worsen the effect if they are a carrier or they come down with the COVID disease. It could be very detrimental.
Wait, stop. Jeff, I'm going to stop you right there because the engineer's kicking in on me.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a vital difference. A vital difference that the general public is because we're commingling. Okay?
Right.
There's a difference between a disease and a virus.
I agree.
A disease does not alter its structure and change into a Delta variant. A virus does.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So from the problem is even the conservative media is commingling this because I'm a black and white guy. You know that. I mean, you make a mistake, you make a mistake. You do something just, you do something. But black and white, you got to keep it black and white. So it's not a disease, it's a virus. And the viruses do alter their structure and they mature, right? And then they're maturing, right? They're growing to something different. Well, part of that growing to something different is as we gain immunities, right, and it moves on to something else because it's going from one human being to another human being to another human being. It's changing its structure. Now,
Yeah,
what
because
most people don't realize,
for the virus to
Okay.
sustain, it needs a host, correct?
exactly.
Right.
However, most people don't realize is the original virus. Okay, and I literally got a 3-hour discussion from a chemist, a biochemist at Fort Detrick, who's a very good friend, who's a lot smarter than I am. What's happening is the virus is weakening, so it's changing, but it's still more It's adapting to hit more people, but it's not having the same effects the original virus did.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yep, that's fine. No, it's higher transmissibility, but not as, quote, I say lethal, but not as potent, right? Doesn't have the same punch as the original version.
Exactly. Right. It's a watered down bottle of booze, if you will.
Right. That's
Right.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is this Delta variant is BS, and as far as the capability of testing it and forcing people, I believe it's a geopolitical approach in order to get control and tracking to control our lifestyles. I mean, who needs, if the vaccine doesn't work, right? If it doesn't work and we still get COVID, Jeff, Al,
Yeah.
why do we need a vaccine card? Does it really matter? No.
Fear, manipulation, and control. We know
That's
the
it.
answer to that. And to follow the money. These the pharmaceutical manufacturers are making a killing, correct?
So yes, they are, and I'll tell you, Nate Giangola. Remember Nate?
Yeah.
Hey, Nate. What do you call it? What do you call it? So Nate pops out. They did the fact check. You know who supports the pharmacy fact checkers for Facebook with millions of dollars? Johnson & Johnson. And it's fact. They've got it documented. It's in black and white.
Wow.
Who's supporting the fact checkers and paying for the fact checking. So, it started out with Facebook and then with this and that. And then again, let's follow the money and see where this goes. Let's evaluate this. And I think Americans need to be empowered. And when I say empowered, take control. And it starts, and you and I talked about this, Jeff. 2022, we need to win the House and we need to win the Senate. We need to take them back. And once we take them back, then we can bring conservative, honest, brutally honest. I'm okay with brutally honest. I like brutally honest. You know why? Because we're all in the same boat then. Instead of 4% of the population controlling the other 96.
Amen, brother. Amen.
That's it.
Big Joe, thanks for the call tonight, man. You've been a
Hey, Big Al, stay out of trouble. Zapper. Sing me a song. All right, guys. Take care.
All right.
Later,
ciao,
Joe. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, Joe, my man. All right.
Follow the money.
That's it. He's fired up, smart as a whip, too, that guy.
Yep.
Hey, you wouldn't want to live in China right now, folks. This is how they handle the situation over there. Millions under lockdown in China as they attempt to control the Delta outbreak. Millions. They've just gone ahead and you are confined to your home, period. There is no negotiation. There is no, I have a special job. Nope, sorry. This is what they do in communist China. You're not to leave your home. If you leave your home, you're coming with us.
Yep.
That's it, folks. That's what are we going to get ready for that here in the good old US of A? I'll tell you, they're going to have their hands full if that they try to deal with that with us. And with that, we'll be right back.
Attention active military, exiting military, veterans, police, firefighters, and EMTs. Do you have a business idea but need a little help getting it off the ground? Well, the Don Ryan Center for Innovation in Bluffton can help. Their Heroes program provides experienced guidance from mentors and business professionals to help launch and grow your business. Contact Brad Barnett, Heroes Program Director, at 843-540-7039 or visit their website at donryancenter.com.
Vineyard Assisted Living is a nurturing community with customized care, programming, and amenities that aim to engage and inspire. At Vineyard, we don't just care for you, we care about you, which is why we personalize our programming and care levels to each resident's passions and needs, stimulating mind, body, and soul. Find out more about how you or your loved one can thrive at Vineyard. Email info@vineyardbluffton.com or call 843-612-0700.
Looking for a barbershop with a traditional feel? Well, look no further. Joe's Classic Cuts Barbershop is the Low Country's place to receive a top quality haircut or straight razor shave. You'll enjoy a family environment where everyone is welcomed and the refreshments are on the house. Joe's is located at 23 Johnston Way in Bluffton and open 7 days a week. For old school service and quality, makes Joe's Classic Cuts Barbershop your go-to place for the finest haircut and shave in the Low Country. Call 843-757-5637 or visit www.joesclassiccuts.com today for your next appointment.
Hello, everybody. Jimmy here at Underground Burritos, your restaurant-inspired, taste-delivered, ready-to-heat meat burrito company. Also got them great, hot and ready. Hey, we moved locations this year over on May River Road, right here in the heart of Old Town Bluffton. Come give us a shout. Come pick up some great burritos. And hey, guys, look, we're teaming up with TalkOne Radio to bring you a great new radio show called Restaurant Talk. Look forward to hearing from you. Stop by. Have a great day.
No time for fitness? Unsure of what to do when you walk into the gym? The eFit Club uses eGym and Matrix technology combined with personal training to easily guide you through your workout. It's the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to improve your health. The eFit Club is suitable for all adults, and our members are reporting amazing results. The eFit Club is located in Bluffton at the Belfair Town Village Shopping Center. Mention Alan or Roman of TalkOne Radio, and you'll receive a special discounted membership. It's your time to get fit. Change your fitness, change your life.
Vineyard Memory Care Community assists those with memory loss to thrive through wellness-enhanced programs promoting independence and mobility while receiving the care and support they need. At Vineyard, we don't just care for you, we care about you and enhance the quality of life for individuals with dementia while providing their loved ones peace of mind. Find out more about how your loved one can thrive at Vineyard. Email info@vineyardbluffton.com. Call today, 843-612-0700.
The only conservative talk radio where you are more important than the host. TalkOne Radio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
I love that line almost as much as I like this one.
What difference at this point does it make?
Come on, man. Get a life.
There you go. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Hillary. At what point does it make any difference?
The elites, the ruling class.
Yes.
Us commoners, the folks that don't know anything.
Right.
Right?
The fight.
The party of Davos. They rule the world, so they think. They've raised them to the level of lowercase G-O-D. They think they've got it all together.
Right on. Well, this a third officer who responded to the U.S. Capitol insurrection slant demonstration dies by suicide.
Oh, that's sad.
That brings up the number to about 5 or so from the Capitol Police. Rest in peace, brother, and prayers to your family. It's a sad, sad day where what you said, what you saw, what you heard and not from the people that were milling about outside that Capitol building that day, but what you know to be true. Must have been too heavy for you. It's sad, folks. I mean, when are we going to get to the bottom of that? You know, there's film all over the place of
14,000 hours.
Yeah, just a small smidgen.
That's a lot,
right?
right?
Of not only Capitol police officers in a dialogue with these insurrectionists,
right,
which were basically high-powered, juiced-up tourists that couldn't believe that they were standing in the rotunda.
So we've been told.
But I saw the video of those exchanging with Capitol police officers. They were telling the people that were in there, behave yourself.
Yeah.
Move this way if you want to move this way. That's it. But just don't break anything. That's one thing that stuck with me from the video that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
The one guy puts his hands up like, just don't break anything. And I was like, wow. And then I saw the film of Ashley Babbitt getting shot in the throat by some junior lieutenant on the Capitol Police Force that, you know, remains to be under the cloaking mechanism of the White House. Nobody will know what really happened. But I'll tell you what really happened is the young lady lost her life with someone exercising deadly force without cause. I don't know how you can say that person specifically, a young woman, was causing you so much angst that you had to blast her, go full blast, and that your life was in danger. Be serious, dude. Be serious. I spent time on a job, and I'm telling you, I've been scared more than that, harder than that, and never reached for the equalizer. Never. There's other tools that you have on your belt. You blasted that kid for no reason, as far as I'm concerned. You got to live with that. I'm sure that you'll be reassigned and your bank account will be full. Don't worry about it. That really gets me hot just talking about that. And I'm sorry for the Capitol cops. That third one now has died by suicide.
Does make you wonder.
Does make you wonder.
Like you said, what is weighing on their minds?
Right.
What did they see? What did they know?
What do they know?
Yep.
You know, they got to tremble with this.
Hey, they're human beings like you and me, man.
Right. Absolutely.
And, you know, we're shared, or we get the information, it's filtered, and it's whatever they want to put out. Like I said, 14,000 hours of video. We saw some of these clips here and there to show, you know, basically, as Joe, the caller, said, propaganda.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, if they say it longer and hard enough, pretty soon everybody believes it.
Adam Schiff, he's up there tearing up, man. He's got a great, you know,
Right.
it's all theater, man.
You brought these three
Adam,
actors in and put them in cop uniforms and they crying.
Oh, yeah.
He
Turn on the
me a
tears,
name.
man.
I've never
Insurrectionists.
been called a name before. Baloney.
Yeah.
If you've been through any reputable academy, law enforcement academy, that's part of the training. You get about 30 minutes of getting insulted from the bottom to the top of your head, bottom of your feet, all the way up. You don't get away. They talk about everybody, your brother, your sister, your mother, your daddy, your grandma, who you are, what you look like, what color your skin is. They come at you full bore. And you just got to keep your military bearing and realize that you're representing the whole county or representing the whole city, whatever you work for. And words will never hurt you. You got to let them bounce off you. But this guy that gets a couple of these knuckleheads, and then the undercover narcotics cop, 40 years old with a neck tattoo. How many black kids did he put in jail? And he's over there, oh, I can't believe this. I was never been anything like this. And, you know, the crying game. I mean, come on. There's a movie like that. Back to the mask situation. I don't want to get too far gone here. Are you crazy? when I start talking about that. Local mass situation. Here's Bluffton Mayor Elisa Sulka. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Said she and other officials have not spoken about whether to issue a new mask ordinance. Nobody said anything about an ordinance there, Mayor.
How about you
It's
let
on
me
your
make my
mind,
own decision, because I'm an adult and I know that I can make the decision for myself and my family.
Right.
Right? How about that?
Yeah.
How about the government mind their own darn business and do what we elected them to do? How about that concept?
Right.
That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Right. Now, you're going to start flexing your muscles again, Mayor? I hope not. I hope not.
How about your friend out over in the county council?
Oh, well, we haven't heard from him yet. That I'm sure they're having high-level meetings right now. Joe Pasmith, the chairman of the Beaufort County Council. I mean, some people like this guy. I don't happen to care for him, especially how he treats women, or he lets women get abused in certain on the job without doing anything about it. It's not a stand-up guy in my book. All right, the city of Beaufort announced Thursday that it will require masks inside city-run buildings beginning today, including City Hall. Port Royal Mayor Joe DeVito was unaware that the governor's executive order was no longer in effect. He stated that they are evaluating the situation. No decision has been made at this time. Listen, both Mayor Salka, Mayor DeVito, please take a page out of the Hardyville mayor's playbook. This guy knows what he's talking about. And Mayor Williams up there said, we will not have an ordinance. We will not demand that people wear a mask. We're putting out the best of the best information that we can. We're going to what? Let our citizens make their own decisions.
There you go.
Boom! Mic drop moment.
And here's a little sneak peek for those of you that think that the CDC, quote, guidelines are laws. They're not.
They're not.
They're guidelines. And, they flip-flop.
It's not even a government
they change like the weather, man.
It's not a government agency, right?
So what you have to recognize here is, like we've said from the very beginning, it's a virus. It is transmissible, but my goodness, wash your hands, right? Quit touching your face.
Right.
We know that masks don't work. If you want to wear one and it makes, hey, knock yourself out. I noticed tonight on the ride in, I passed 3 vehicles, people alone wearing a mask. I'm telling you, it's fear mongering. It's not helping. Lindsey Graham comes down with a test positive for COVID-19.
Right.
I hate saying COVID-19. It's BS. The SARS-CoV-2 virus, despite being vaccinated. So folks, these folks they say, hey, if you're not vaccinated, you have to get vaccinated. But if you're vaccinated, you still can get the, quote, the breakthrough virus. It's not going to be as serious as it would have been had you not been vaccinated. And oh, by the way, masks don't work, but you know what? Wear a mask anyway, just in case. In fact, tonight, wear 2, maybe 3. It might be better for you. So you can't follow these folks.
You can't control a flu.
The reality is you just got to practice regular, good hygiene. You got to have your rest. You got to eat healthy. You have to exercise. Some of you are going to be in an age group, like I said. Could it be serious too? Yeah, this is virus. It is serious. It can kill some of you. But for the most part, most people are going to recover just fine. So we don't need the mandates. We don't need these people from the Politburo, the state telling us what we can or cannot do. This is a republic. Period.
There you go.
And that's the way I feel about it. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Well, the satisfaction rating among the American public for Joe Biden is dipping quickly.
It's like over a cliff.
Over a cliff, baby. So the show's over. Everybody's
And
tired
with Kamala too, right?
Well, Kamala, they're
I haven't even seen her. I don't know. Is
they're
she still
questioning whether they.
Where is she? She with Bill Clinton? Hey, I thought she was a really nice lady and everything.
Right.
I think she's from Jamaica or something. That woman from Jamaica or India or something like that.
She's from the island.
I'm not sure.
She's from the island, man. Yeah, she says when asked whether she smokes bowls of reefer, she said, of course, I'm a Jamaican. Her father was ready
Changed
to
her accent
strangle her.
too quick.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, man. From the Jamaica, man.
I smoked the ganj.
Smoked the ganj.
Kamala, you had too much ganj. Old mattress back herself.
You can't make this stuff up, can you? It's better than a novel.
I'm looking at something
better
right
than
now.
a Tom Clancy novel.
It's so funny. What is that? Steve Harvey, the guy that, what is that game show that he's on?
Yeah. I always said Hollywood Squares. Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Sorry. I almost spit out my lifesaver.
Sorry about that. I spit that thing out.
Here's Steve Harvey. Yeah. He says, name something that triggers the left. Go ahead, Jeff. Name something that triggers the left.
Trump.
Ding, 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 ding. That's correct.
Yeah.
Only 4 points on that. What else? Something else. I'll even let the producer in on this one if she wants.
Well, come on, Linda. Let's hear it.
Name something that triggers the left.
Well,
I just skip.
That's Jeopardy. Oh, go ahead.
I'll skip right to the number one answer. The number one answer.
Survey says
the Constitution. That scored 35 points.
Oh wow, that's a trigger point.
Yeah, that's the top trigger point. Second highest. Name something that triggers the left. Secure elections.
George Washington.
Name something that triggers the left. National anthem.
Yeah. How about the flag?
These are in orders. Name something that triggers the left. Rule of law.
Of course.
And
that doesn't apply to me, of course.
No, of course not. Name something that triggers the left. The American flag.
Oh, glory. Red, white, and blue.
And we're coming down to it. Name something that triggers the left. Personal responsibility.
You mean I'm going to be accountable for my actions?
No.
Yeah. You got to be kidding me.
Name something that triggers the left. Science.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, name something that triggers the left. You call it
beef. It's what's for dinner.
Donald Trump.
How about that? Zapper got the number one answer, huh?
You get the last. No, that only was 4 points. The Constitution was
that
the
makes
first
sense
one.
For Zapper. Zap last. There you go. Bring it. Hooah.
John Delaney says next would be a job.
Yeah,
that triggers the left.
Yeah,
is the job.
Wage more appropriately. I need to be paid about $22 an hour.
Joe's his approval rating has dropped to 46%. Taste. I wonder why, but he is ranking among the top 10 ice cream tasters in the planet. So he's doing a hell of a job there. Hey, get ready, folks, because in another 10 days or so, 12 days, I guess, or something like that. What is today? The 2nd? 13 days.
All day.
South Carolina open carry law changes August 15th. Here's what you need to know.
Let's hear it.
Oh, just be careful. Get training for number one. Get some type of secure holster. Don't be wearing these things that the thing falls out.
Put that cannon away.
Yeah, and
put that big thing away in something.
I'll tell you what, if you pull that out,
yeah, you're gonna hurt somebody.
You're gonna go to jail if you wave it around. I'm telling you right now.
41, 44. What kind of Magnum is that? What you got there? What is that? Yeah, 45.
Get a holster that has some type of safety gadget on it too. That's a level 2 or at least a level 2 or a level 3. so that people cannot just walk up behind you and pull that thing out.
Get the training.
There's, yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of things you need to know before you go flashing around the neighborhood or
don't be some cowboy with a 6-shooter strapped to your belt, your little web belt. Make sure you have the right gear, that you're trained properly, and you understand the law. Period.
Yeah, and the responsibility you have. And I don't know, I'm not a big fan of stroking around town with the old strap on me where everybody can see it. That's why I have a concealed carry permit, is so I keep it concealed just the way I like it.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone knowing that I'm wearing something. And that's why I got the concealed carry permit.
Amen. It's the same, and that I think most people will still be following the concealed carry, open carry. I'm not for that personally, but hey, that's what you want to do. It's your world, squirrel.
Hey, sad news from the marital bliss department.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Yeah. Bill Gates and Melinda French are officially divorced. I wonder how many millions of pounds of $500 bills she got for that one.
A few.
Let's see if they have any. And she's not.
Well, he's busy buying up farmland or something here, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Bill Gates is such a hero to some of these people. It's just sad. It's so sad, so sad. He's got his hands and feet and right.
Head,
and Soros,
everything.
They got their hands all over everything, spending money, supporting all these Antifa people. Why do you think these Antifa types and BLMs show up in a bus?
Don't you think it would be great to have like a backdoor meeting or just be the fly on the wall with these people meet? Hey, Al, here's what we're going to do next week. Right? These evil son of a puppy dogs. I'm telling you what.
Right.
They're father of lies, man. It's Satan himself. I'm telling you. Great. And it sounds really strange saying it, but that is the truth. As Jesus said, the truth will set you free. These folks they're towing the line of lies. That's all they do. And you know what? It keeps coming at us full force. I feel sorry for those that don't know the Lord. I really do at this point, man. I just keep thinking, I don't know, with all this fear mongering, I think at some point you do break under the pressure. And it hurts. It bothers my heart thinking about all these people.
All you can do is pray for them. I mean, that's all. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
No.
Other than that, you can't change.
Can't change someone's heart.
No. I mean, if they're stone cold, they're stone cold. I mean, they got it all together. Yeah. They don't want to hear anything from you, me, or anyone else.
Well, what you just said with the Family Feud from those top 10 or whatever. Right. I mean, think about that. Trigger points. Really? American flag?
American flag.
Give me a break.
Trigger point.
Hit it. Come on, man.
Yeah, hit it.
Come on, man. Get a life.
Get a life. That's what I wanted to say to you, Joe. Hey, McCormick, the seasoning people.
Yeah. What's up with them?
Italian seasoning and Frank's Red Hot. They're being recalled.
Excuse me. I thought you were going to tell me they were.
No, they're being recalled.
Experiencing
amid salmonella.
Oh, wow.
Salmonella concerns. Let's see.
I use the McCormick's a lot. I like their stuff. It's
good.
Well,
let's see.
But you're a cook too. Do you use them?
Yeah, I do. And, good. We use the Frank's Red Hots, the seasoning. We use that a lot. But this is the Buffalo Ranch. That's
pretty good stuff.
I don't have that, but we just use the straight Red Hot, and we use the garlic hot.
Well, where do you find these good articles? You're like you always find some good stuff.
Well, I'm just cruising on Epic Times.
Oh, I must not go down far enough. I'm at Bacon May Disappear in California as pig rolls take.
Yeah. Well, there's a big, let me tell you, there's a big strike in Montreal in the province of Quebec over again, over wages. Union workers up there and the pork processing plants have gone on strike. So there's many tons of Canadian pork that might go to waste if they don't come back to work. So
how about that?
It's kind of a weird item to recall: Italian seasoning and Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Ranch seasoning.
Put those two together. What do you get?
Well, you get heartburn. You get salmonella.
You get one hot Italian. The paisan. What's going on?
What's going to happen to people that developing a sense of humor is no joke. Definitely not a joke these days. You can't even joke about anything today.
Well, you can. You're just like me. Well, I'm used to it. I get ridiculed a lot. Well, that's not so funny. What are you laughing at? Yeah. I'm laughing at myself. Get over yourself, man. Right. Come on. I'm allowed to laugh at myself. I'm pretty darn funny. Have you looked at me lately?
Well, you got that cowboy hat.
I'm going to wear a cowboy hat on Wednesday just to tick you off.
I love it. I love it.
Put a big old
I got my in. Listen, I got my Shady Brady ready.
Joined tonight by old redhead Zapper.
My Shady
old
Brady. I'll put mine up against yours.
Yeah. Let's get a big old what do you call it? John Wayne style.
I got one. I'll sport it in on Wednesday.
Well, let me tell you something, little mister.
That's right, buddy. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, pal. All right, coming down to the end of the road. One more thing. I just made a quick note. American Medical Association faces a bit of backlash for calling to remove the sex from the birth certificates. I mean, it's just like, forget the Hippocratic Oath. Forget that.
Throw that out the window.
Right. Well, most of them have, because there are all these abortion doctors that are murdering babies left and right without not even blinking an eye, and then shrugging it off like, oh, it doesn't happen that often. Now they want to wipe off your child's sex, their biological sex, off a certificate that will travel with them for the rest of their lives. I'll tell you, folks, the rabbit hole is getting slipperier and slipperier and slipperier. We better grab a hold of something, each other, as American citizens, and say, look, we got to knock this off. This insanity's got to stop someplace. And if if the good Lord comes back,
hopefully,
believe me, he will stop it. We just had a 8.2 earthquake in Alaska. They had a 7.3 in Japan. Things are starting to rock and roll. We have storms coming up all around us, forest fires. This ain't going to end in a pretty way.
So we know it doesn't end pretty, but we know that who has
good Lord's going to get your attention, folks.
That's right.
And he's going to poke you right in the eye, and you're not going to be happy about it.
He doesn't have to tweet about it.
Yeah, he will not tweet about it. You will know it directly.
Yeah, you will know it.
You will know it when you see it. All knees will bow.
Yeah, every tongue will
to
confess.
The King of Kings. And I'm telling you, then the sweepers come in, because he's going to come down on the wings of 10,000 angels and clean up the place.
Could be tonight, could be tomorrow, could be 1,000 years, but you better get ready.
AMA, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You make me ill. How you just play along with this wokeness. It makes me sick. You're supposed to be making us well human beings. Instead, you're contributing to the mental illness called transgender. With that, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Bring your cowboy hat.
We have Bob Bromwich, Major Bob Bromwich from the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office will be here on Wednesday. He'll be accompanied by Lieutenant Adam Zemar, who will be speaking on emergency management. So we're right in the middle of
hurricane season.
This hurricane season. So tune in on Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, 7:30. I'm sure we'll have them locked and loaded by then. And let's start having your questions answered. You can call us, like I said, 843-800-1492. Friday, we got Melinda Griffin and Ray Rodriguez from Strike Team will be here again in studio. We love those folks, and we're happier than a clam to have them in the studio with us. Until then, take care. For Jeff Zapp, I'm Al Flowers. You've been listening to TalkOne Radio. We love you out there. Be kind to each other and go slow on 278. Take care.
As the day sets on another slice of heaven, we hope you've enjoyed the show. We look forward to you joining us again on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. live. We're never far away. Just call 843-800-1492 during the show and visit our website at www.talkoneradio.com to share your comments. We'll be back sooner than you know, so tell your friends and family to find their voice on the Low Country's finest talk radio show, TalkOne Radio.